to do something a little bit different. I'm going to talk about the meaning of life. Yes, I know, big topic, right? But I'm going to boil it down for you. I'm going to tell you what the meaning of life means to me, and maybe something in there will speak to you. Something in there will make you say, I've never thought about it quite like that. So in my 50s, my very early 50s, I kind of had a meltdown, a midlife meltdown. I was very unhappy, to put it mildly. A relationship had broken up. I didn't have a home. I'd sold my house. I was kind of in flux. Nothing was really working for me. I didn't have a job. I didn't really have any good friends. I think I'd kind of pissed everybody off with my whining and low self-worth. So typically when you get to the bottom, there's only one way to go but up. And that's what I worked on. I worked on it hard. I figured out, okay, nobody loves me. I'm going to figure out, let me see, I'll give love. I'll be a source of love. I'll be a source of what it is that I seek and see what happens. And lo and behold, a few years later, here I am in England and really having the best time of my life and being very happy and feeling very fulfilled and actually very excited about what is to come. So how did I get from A to B? How did I transform myself to be who I am today? Well, I believe that we are spiritual beings having a human experience. You may have heard that expression before, but yes, I believe we're all spiritual beings. We come from spirit. We come from one consciousness. We are eternal. We die, but we don't really die. We go to another place where we are surrounded by love, light, and understanding. And we learn some lessons, and then we may decide to come back and do it all again. So life is not like a piece of string. It doesn't have a beginning and an end. It's more like a rubber band. It just keeps going around and around. So what does that mean? How does that define the meaning of life? Well, around thinking this is it. This is who we are. Our face, our body, our appearance. But it's not. Your body is just sort of a vessel, the way I look at it. A vessel to carry your soul and your consciousness. Really, your soul and your consciousness are what's running the show, but your body and your heart and your mind obviously play a part. But I think we spend too much time thinking about stuff. We try to figure things out. We try to puzzle it out. We think if we just think about it enough in enough different ways, we'll solve the problems of the world, but it doesn't work that way. Thoughts are just there. Our brain creates thoughts to sort of make sense of what is going on in our life. It's kind of like a card deck. The brain just sort of sorts through all the potential possibilities to play, and it comes up with a random set of cards, if you will. If you nearly get into an accident, the next time you get in that similar circumstance, your brain is going to say, warning, warning, Will Robinson, step away. But you know what? It's really our bodies that protect us, not our brain. Our brain throws up all kinds of stuff. But our bodies, well, you know what? When you step off that curb and you see a car or a cyclist coming down on you, getting ready to knock you over, it's not your brain that reacts. It's your body that reacts. Your body says, get out of there fast. And all your muscles and everything in you moves quickly to take you back up on that curb. Your brain doesn't move that fast. So your body is actually talking to your brain all the time. Your heart is actually talking to your brain all the time. What does all this mean? It means don't listen to your thoughts. Listen to your body. There's a reason why meditation is so popular and why it's practiced widely. It's just a simple way to turn your thoughts off and stop, to pay attention to nothing. That is why meditation is so good for us, because our thoughts are actually kind of harmful, because usually they kind of take on a life of their own. So don't rely on your thoughts, rely on your body. Our hearts actually have an electromagnetic field that goes 3 feet all around our body. It affects people that come in contact with us. Our gut is called the second brain because all those little microbes and things rolling around in there are all affecting our mood. They're affecting how we feel. They're affecting our lifespan. They're affecting everything. So if we pay more attention to our heart has emotions. Our heart has actually more intelligence or as much intelligence as our brain, our heart can actually exist without our brain. So our heart and our gut, our bodies, our intuitions are what we should be paying attention to, not our thoughts. So when you start listening to your heart, yes, you know what I'm saying, you start paying attention to your gut, walk into a room and start talking to somebody and all of a sudden everything kind of clenches up, that's information that your gut and your heart is kind of absorbed. This may not seem rational or logical. Our intuition is what we can feel, but we can't really explain. We can't really explain why we feel that, but it's something to pay attention to. So if you start paying attention to the right things and stop paying attention to the wrong things, you'll be on the right track. If you listen to your intuition, you're listening to your higher self. It's as simple as that. Or you can, if you prefer, you can think of your intuition as God or spirit speaking to you. Pay attention to what your intuition says. Many years ago, I remember waking up from sleep and I heard this voice saying to me, "Go to Jesse." That's my son, who at the time was living here in England and I was living in Texas. And it was just like, I've never had that happen before. I've never had like a loud voice speak to me in a dream. Most of my dreams are rubbish, but that was very clear. And although I didn't follow up on it directly, I think it did make a hit on my subconscious, because after a while, my goal was to spend at least 6 months out of the year here so that I could be closer to my son and my other family. God, source, whatever you want to call it, is always trying to speak to you. It's always trying to guide you. It's a benevolent thing. It's wanting you to be happy. It's wanting you to find the fulfillment that it knows is waiting for you here as long as you are open. So we're listening to our heart, we're listening to our gut, we're paying attention to our intuition, we're following it. It's expert guidance. And when you think about it, not just you is a spiritual being, not just you has a higher self, but everyone around you. Everyone has a higher self. We all come from the same place. We all come from the same source. And we are all interconnected. We are one consciousness. So you're never alone. You're never by yourself. Those are only your thoughts that give you that feeling. Because if you really open yourself up, you will realize that you are surrounded by love, and it's always available to you. All you have to do is be it, and you will find it. The way we see ourselves is how others see us. Everything comes from us. Everything comes from within us. So when you start feeling better about yourself, that radiates out into the world. We always have the power within us to change how we feel about ourselves. Just start thinking, I actually like myself. I'm okay. I'm going to make it. I have potential. Life has got lots of wonderful things waiting for me. Decide what values are most important to you and then be that person. Live those values. Truth, honesty, self-respect, kindness. When you choose what matters most to you and follow it, then your life will have meaning. It doesn't matter if it's not some big earth-shaking thing. It doesn't have to be. Choose something good that matters to you and follow it. So in my case, what mattered to me was being closer to my son, being closer to family, and I followed that. And it made it a little easier to go through all the steps, to have all the losses that came about as a result of that decision. But trust that if you find what matters most to you and you follow it, you'll always have guidance. You won't have to worry. It will be clear to you what you want to do. Life is infinite. Death is merely a punctuation mark. You are infinite. You are eternal. You are capable of whatever it is that you desire. But really get clear about what you desire, because everything you do affects everything else. Everything. I'm watching the little birds out on the rose arbor there. So cute. Everything you do affects everything else. So just start with yourself. Respect yourself. Love yourself. Put that out there, and it'll come back to you tenfold. Don't give up. Everything is waiting for you. You were meant to come here. You were meant to have some troubles. You were meant to have some unhappiness. You were meant to try things, to try out life, to try new ideas. You were meant to explore, to experiment, to love. All of those things are part of what makes us human. Just know that the meaning of life is you are meant to be happy. You are meant to be joyful. You are always supported. You are never alone. And life is waiting for you whenever you're ready to join it. Be whatever it is that you seek. If you're seeking love, be a source of love. If you're seeking peace, be a source of peace. And know that sometimes that's enough. Everything you do matters. And everything you do brings you closer to what you most want in the world. So there you go. I hope that gave you something to think about. I know it's a little on the esoteric side, but I firmly believe this. I've studied and read, and it all comes back to the same ideas, the same. We're not just human beings. We are spiritual beings. And every once in a while, we need to remind ourselves of how powerful we are to create the lives that we want. So I hope that helps. I'd love to hear your comments. I'll see you very soon on my next video. Bye for now.